Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Management System of Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. Myself Shruti, lecturer, Department of Electronics and Communication, Government Polytechnic Srirangapatna. As anyone here who don't enjoy music? Definitely the answer will be no. Because nowadays people are very much crazy about music and sound system. Have you ever come across the science behind the sound system work with? Or are you aware of the specification which is mentioned on the sound system while buying? Some of them may be known. So here is the right platform to know all these things in this chapter called Audio System of the subject Application of Electronics Engineering for the 5th SEM Diploma students. The outline of this session includes basics of audio system, basic terminologies used in audio system such as audio signal, audio amplifier, decibel, bass and treble control, working principle of microphone and features of microphone. What is audio system? Audio system is the combination of electronic equipment to record and reproduce sound. So here is a line diagram which shows how sound recording and reproduction takes place. So here is the sound source which may be vocal or any vibration. The sound signal is converted into electronic signal through a transducer. In general, transducer is an element which converts any physical quantity into an electrical signal. As an acoustic transducer such as microphone which converts sound signal into electronic signal. Electronic signal then fed to the electronic processor which includes mixer, amplifier and equalizer. After the processing of electronic signal which transferred to the transmitter converts electronic signal into electromagnetic waves which is propagate in the air and reaches to the receiver. The receiver converts electromagnetic wave into the electronic signal. Finally, the output transducer such as loudspeaker convert electronic signal into a sound signal which can be heard by human ear. So this is the complete process of how sound recording and reproduction takes place. Here is the basic block diagram of audio system which includes mainly three elements: input transducer, signal processor and output transducer. Microphones are used as input transducer, loudspeakers are used as output transducer. Input transducer converts input sound wave into electrical energy and is fed into a mixing desk. Mixer does mainly three operations: preamplification, equalization and mixing. Preamplification is needed because the converted electrical energy is very weak. It has to be strengthened to travel in transmission line. So preamplifier amplifies the microphone level signal to a line level. You may see in some area of applications like musical recording and orchestra, they may use multiple mics to record vocal or other musical instruments. In such cases, the audio signal coming from different microphones has different frequency components. To get clear and crisp sound, we have to adjust or balance between these frequency components. So equalizer is used. Equalization is the process of adjusting or balancing between different frequency components of an audio signal from multiple mics. After the equalization process, mixer mix up different input electrical signal into a single output signal or single stereo signal. The single line level output or stereo signal then pass to the power amplifier. Power amplifier boosts the electrical signal to a level that is high enough for drive the loudspeaker. Finally, the loudspeaker converts electrical signal into a sound pressure waves. Basic terminologies used in the audio system. The first term is audio signal. The electrical signal in the audio system is termed as audio signal. It is defined as an electrical signal carrying the frequency of sound waves. The normal human audible range of audio signal frequency is 20 to 20 kilohertz. The sound coming from mic, musical player and musical instruments is referred as audio signal. There are two variations of audio signal. One is analog audio signal, another one is digital audio signal. The analog audio signal is represented in terms of electrical voltage. The digital audio signal is represented as a series of binary numbers. This is an image of analog audio signal. Analog audio signal has superior quality than the digital audio signal, but for live recording and digital recording, analog audio signal is not suitable. The next term is audio amplifier. Audio amplifier is an electronic circuit that increases the strength of audio signal by increasing the amplitude from mic level to a line level, then a level that is suitable to drive a loudspeaker. There are two types of audio amplifier. One is preamplifier, another one is power amplifier. Preamplifier amplifies the audio signal from mic level to a line level, whereas the power amplifier amplifies the audio signal from line level to a level that is suitable to drive a loudspeaker. The gain of the audio amplifier depends upon the application and specification. Usually, the high gain amplifier amplifies low power audio signal which measure a few hundred microwatts to 1000 watts. This is an image of audio amplifier with mixing and equalization settings. There are two channels, channel A and channel B for two microphones. Here there are three knobs. The first knob, volume knob, is meant for amplification by increasing the amplitude. The left two knobs, bass and treble, is for frequency toning or equalization. For low frequency toning, we use bass knob. For high frequency toning, we use treble knob. Besides amplification, the power amplifier also reduces noise and distortion in the output signal. This is an example for 6-channel mixer amplifier used for public addressing system. Here there are three knobs, master knob for amplification, bass and treble for frequency toning. The next term is decibel. As like any other measuring instrument, sound has its own measuring instrument called decibel meter or sound pressure level meter. It is a handheld meter with a microphone attached in front of it. It is an instrument used to assess or measure noise and sound pressure levels in the audio signal. Usually, this is used to measure a noise pollution in industries, mining and aircraft noise. The unit for sound pressure level is a decibel, which is defined as a logarithmic unit used to measure sound level. The dB is a ratio of sound pressure to reference pressure. This is given by decibel is equal to 10 log P1 by P0 dB, where P1 is the actual sound pressure level, P0 is the reference sound pressure level, which is 20 micropascal, where 1 pascal is equivalent to 94 dB. Human ear audible sound pressure level ranges 20 micropascal to 20 pascal or 0 to 120 dB. This is a noise thermometer which shows sound pressure levels of different sounds. There are 4 categories: comfortable hearing, fatigue threshold, risk threshold and pain threshold. The sound pressure level from 20 dB to 45 dB is termed as comfortable hearing. The sound pressure level of 70 dB to 80 dB is a fatigue threshold, like sound from vacuum cleaner and typical classroom. The sound pressure level from 87 dB to 120 dB is referred as risk threshold. If you hear this type of sounds like sound from microphone, air dryer, heavy truck, sound from MP3 player or nightclub, rock concert, ambulance siren, leaf blower, chainsaw, motorcycle sound, lawnmower or city traffic sound. If you hear this type of sound for more than an hour, this is definitely damages to our hearing system. The last threshold is a pain threshold. The sound of airplane at takeoff, gunshot, Formula One racing, fire alarm. The sound pressure level is from 130 dB to 140 dB. It is immediate danger to a hearing system. The next term is bass and treble control or frequency tuning or equalization setting. In previous slides, I showed bass and treble knobs in the amplifier. In any audio system like a car audio system, home stereo system, live recording or in studio recording, equalizer setting is the predominant setting to get good quality of music. First, let us know about what is bass and treble. The audio signal frequency, the human audible range of frequency, that is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, is classified into three main categories: bass, mid and treble. Bass is a low frequency sound. The range lies between 20 Hz to 250 Hz since the lower vibration causes the long audio signal. The sound from bass guitar, kick drum, woofers and subwoofers are the example for bass sounds. Bass usually controls the loudness in the music. Bass controls how fat or thin music sounds, that is loudness or softness. The male voice is an example for bass sound. The range of frequencies from 250 Hz to 5 kHz is referred as mid sounds. The normal human voice is come in this category of sound. Treble, this is a high frequency sound. The sound of frequency above 5 kHz up to 20 kHz is referred as treble sound. Since higher vibration, the audio signal is a short wave. The normally female voice is an example for the treble sound. The sound coming from flute, piano, violin, vocals, keyboard, tweeters are examples for treble sounds. Treble usually controls the clarity in the music. Treble controls how clear or muddled music sounds. Bass and treble control really a matter of personal preferences. Some people may like loudness in the music, some may like clarity in the music. It depends on quality of speakers. For a low quality of speaker, high bass is not suitable. Again, it depends on ambient sound surrounding system. If an external noise surrounding the audio system is very high, the bass has to be increased. It depends on type of music. Some music may sounds good in high treble, some music may sounds good in low bass. For voice clarity and melody, high treble and low bass is the best choice. For hip hop music, high bass is best. For pop and rock, high middle is best. The definition for bass and treble control. Bass and treble is a two-band equalizer, that is, it is an audio filter that isolates certain frequencies and either boosts, lowers or leaves unchanged. The bass control is a low shelf filter with the half gain frequency at 250 Hz. The treble control is a high shelf filter with the half gain frequency at 5 kHz. Overall, all these three bands, bass, mid and treble, cover the equalization of different frequency sounds and combine to give you a clear and crisp sound. Microphone. Microphone is the basic element of audio system. Microphone is an acoustic transducer for converting sound waves into electrical energy variations with same frequency, amplitude and phase, which may then be amplified, transmitted or recorded. This is an image of microphone. Working principle of a microphone. Let me ask a question. How we can hear a sound? Sound is a longitudinal wave. The cause of sound may be vocal or any other vibration. Sound can travel through the air and reaches to our ear canal and then to the eardrum. The eardrum vibrates when sound waves hits and sends electrical impulses to the brain. The brain senses what we just heard. As like eardrum, microphone has diaphragm. Diaphragm is a thin piece of material such as paper, plastic or aluminium. The working principle of a mic varies according to design. In general, mic consists of a permanent magnet and a coil of wire wound on it, and a diaphragm which is attached to the coil. As we all know about, permanent magnet has its own magnetic flux lines, and any current carrying conductor, that is coil, has electrical flux lines and magnetic flux lines perpendicular to each other. As per electromagnetic induction process or Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, if there is a rate of change of flux lines, there will be a generation of EMF. If there is a relative motion between magnet and coil, there will be a change in the flux lines. This induces the EMF. As we come to the working of mic, sound waves hits to the diaphragm vibrates, which in turn vibrates to the coil. Then the flux lines of coil and magnet break over. This causes the generation of EMF or electrical signal, which becomes to the audio signal in the future. Features of a microphone. The first feature is output level or sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ability to convert sound pressure to an electrical voltage. It is the indicator of how much weak signal detected by mic or the capability of mic to detecting the weak signal. Sensitivity is measured by the ratio of output voltage in terms of millivolt to the input sound pressure level for 0.1 Pascal reference at standard 1 kHz frequency tone. Here is a figure which shows a loudspeaker producing low intensity of sound. In this case, we need high sensitivity of a mic. If a loudspeaker producing high intensity of sound, we need a low sensitivity of a mic. The sensitivity is measured in terms of dB. Low sensitive mic needs high gain amplifier to retain the quality of the sound. Another feature is a frequency response, which indicates the complete frequency range at which the microphone responds. There are two types, flat response and shaped or tailored response. If the mic is equally sensitive to all frequencies, it is termed as flat response. If the mic is more sensitive to some frequencies ranges than others, then it is known as shaped or tailed response. Here is the frequency curve graph, which is plotted between frequency and a output level. Here the red line shows that this mic has a flat response, which is equally sensitive to all frequencies from 20 to 20 kHz. The green line, this mic is sensitive to frequencies from 20 to 50 Hz. The blue line, this mic sensitive to frequencies from 30 Hz to 100 Hz. The curve plotted, that is a black line, this mic sensitive to frequencies from 30 to 200 Hz. Ideally, the frequency response curve should be a fairly smooth line, that is flat response. The next feature is output impedance. Impedance is the opposition offered by any material to the flow of AC current. Output impedance is very important feature for cascading circuit. For successful transmission of signal from one stage to another, the output impedance of the first stage should be matched with the input impedance of the second stage. Else, there will be no successful transmission of signal from one stage to another. In this case, we have to use matching transformer. If the output impedance of the microphone is less than the input impedance of the signal processor, a step-up transformer has to be used. So, output impedance is used to determine which type of matching transformer, either step-up or step-down, would be needed to transfer the power efficiently from the microphone to the signal processor and then to the loudspeaker. For low output impedance mic needs step-up transformer. For high output impedance mic needs step-down transformer to match the impedance with the signal processor. Ideally, the microphone output impedance is 600 ohm. Another feature of a microphone is directivity or pickup pattern or polar pattern. is defined as the way of respondence of a microphone to sound coming from different direction. Or it may also defined as how sensitive a microphone is to sound waves coming from different direction. Depends on direction, there are 5 types of directivities: omnidirectional, bidirectional, cardioid, hypercardioid and shotgun. The first one, omnidirectional microphones. This type of microphones which pick up sound with equal gain from all sides or directions. This is suitable for sound recording, musical instruments recording. This may also used in musical performances where there is a band of musical instruments in front and a choir singing behind. This mic is perfect for interviews and moving subjects. Bidirectional or figure of 8 directivity. This type of microphone is equally sensitive to sounds from the front and back while rejecting sounds from its sides. Since the lobar pattern of this microphone resembles to number 8, this is also called figure of 8 microphone. The front and back sensitivity make them ideal for stereo recording and for capturing 2 or more instruments. This type of microphone is used in question and answer lecturing sessions or in presentations. Cardioid polar pattern. Cardioid microphones are microphones that pick up sounds with high gain from the front and sound from back sides are completely rejected. Since the lobar pattern of this mic resembles to heart shape, hence the name cardioid microphone. This microphone is ideal for live performances and wildlife documentary recording and situation where feedback suppression is needed. Hypercardioid polar pattern. Hypercardioid microphone have a narrow pickup pattern in front and it also has some pickup at the back end. For close miking in live performances, film and in noisy environments, this type of microphone is used. Lobar or shotgun directivity. Lobar microphones has maximum sensitive to sound from front, minimum at back and small at sides. This type of microphone is highly directional in front side, can sense very distant sound. This is used for talks or speeches in meetings, conferences and lecturers. It is very famous in the world of film and broadcast industries but rarely used in the studio. Distortion. As an acoustic transducer, microphone has to convert sound wave into electrical energy variations with same frequency, phase and amplitude. If any mismatch occurs, distortion produces in the output signal. If the amplitude of the audio signal varies, it is called nonlinear distortion, which produces harmonics that not present in the input sound wave. If the phase of the audio signal varies, this may cause changes of phase relationship between different components of a complex sound wave. If the frequency of the audio signal varies, it fast or slows audio signal when reproducing. The total harmonic distortion of an average microphone should be less than 5%. The total harmonic distortion of hi-fi microphones should be less than 1%. Another feature is the signal to noise ratio. Any element or a device has produces its own electrical noise because of its internal resistance and built-in transformer. A good microphone should produce an electrical signal which is well above its own electrical noises. Apart from these features, dimensions, size, weight and type of connectors extra which are also mentioned on the specification sheet of a microphone. Ideal features of a mic. High sensitivity. The microphone should have high sensitivity to sense very weak signals. Flat frequency response. The frequency response curve of a microphone should be very smoothly lined to sense all frequency ranges from 20 to 20 kHz. Low distortion. Microphone has to convert sound into electrical energy variations with same frequency, amplitude and phase. The total harmonic distortion of a mic should be less than 1%. High signal to noise ratio. The electrical noise produced in the microphone should be very low compared to signal strength. Correct output impedance is required for a mic to transmit the signal from one stage to another. Required directivity for a specific applications. These are the ideal features of a microphone. These are my references. Consumer Electronics by S.P. Bali, Person Education Limited, Audio Video System, Rajiv Bali, S.P. Bali, Kanna Publishers, Audio Video System, 2nd edition, R.G. Gupta. In the next session, I will going to discuss about types of microphones, working principle, advantages and disadvantages, applications and features. Please do watch. I thank my AEE moderator Chandrakumar HM sir, subject expert Ravinayak D sir, subject expert Nagashri N ma'am and all content developers. Thank you for watching. Thank you one and all.